On May 25, 2003, shortly before sunset, two men boarded a parked Boeing airliner at Quatro de Fevereiro Airport in Luanda, Angola. Their presence on the aircraft marked the beginning of a mystery that continues to baffle investigators to this day. Ben Charles Padilla, an experienced private pilot and flight engineer from the United States, and John Miquel Mutantu, a local Angolan mechanic recently hired by Padilla. Neither of the men were qualified to fly a Boeing 727 on their own and required an additional crew member to legally and safely operate the aircraft. Although Ben Charles Padilla was a skilled pilot, his qualifications did not extend to command such a large and complex airliner. This meant they would need a qualified co-pilot and flight engineer on board for a safe journey. Mutantu's expertise was also insufficient for undertaking such a challenging endeavor. His skills as a mechanic and handyman did not extend to piloting or navigating a complex aircraft like the Boeing 727. These significant gaps in both men's qualifications only deepen the mystery surrounding their motivations and intentions. Yet, despite these formidable obstacles, they somehow managed to get the aircraft moving, adding another layer of intrigue to an already enigmatic situation. U.S. authorities believe that Ben Charles Padilla was the one at the controls of the aircraft. While one airport employee claimed to have seen only one individual on board the Boeing 727 at the time of the incident, other officials contradict this account, saying they witnessed two men boarding the aircraft. The aircraft began taxiing without communicating with the control tower, raising immediate concern. It maneuvered erratically and proceeded onto a runway without receiving the necessary clearance. Alerted by the unusual movements, air traffic controllers attempted to establish contact with the aircraft. Their efforts were met with a chilling silence, raising serious concerns. This unexpected and uncoordinated activity only heightened the alarm among airport personnel as they watched the massive jetliner continue its unauthorized movements. As twilight deepened, with no lights, the aircraft took off, heading southwest over the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean and then vanished without a trace, defying all logic and escalating the situation to a full-blown crisis. This unexplained departure triggered a global search by U.S. law enforcement and intelligence agencies. Despite a relentless international effort, no wreckage or trace of the plane or its occupants has ever been recovered. Prior to its departure, the aircraft had been fully fueled with an impressive 53,000 liters of fuel, granting it a considerable range of approximately 2,400 kilometers. This amount of fuel could have taken the plane far, but its ultimate destination remained a complete mystery. Neither the plane nor the two men aboard were ever seen again. It was as if the plane and its occupants vanished into thin air, leaving behind a chilling unsolved mystery. Over 2 decades have passed since a Boeing 727 inexplicably vanished, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and baffled investigators. Did the aircraft meet a tragic fate, plunging into the depths of the ocean and claiming the lives of Ben Padilla and John Mutantu? Or was this a meticulously planned act, a desperate gambit for a fraudulent insurance payout gone wrong? Or part of an organized criminal organization like the 9/11, as some even speculate the possibility of it being the inaugural move in a sinister terrorist plot? The range of theories seems boundless. The lack of any wreckage or debris leaves the field wide open for speculation, with no single theory holding a definitive edge over the others. Despite extensive investigation and speculation, the true destiny of the airliner remains shrouded in uncertainty. The families of Ben Padilla and John Mutantu were left with no answers, their grief compounded by the uncertainty surrounding their loved ones. The disappearance of the airliner sent shock waves across the aviation industry. Airlines and airports around the world reviewed and enhanced their security protocols, particularly in regions with lack of security. The incident highlighted the need for tracking systems, especially in remote areas where radar coverage is limited. The International Civil Aviation Organization called for greater international cooperation in addressing the issue. New regulations were implemented and communication protocols were improved. The incident also prompted to develop technologies that could prevent similar disappearance in the future.